Enoch, Odwin, Oswald, and I. Now, I mentioned some things feeling a little fillery.
Listen to your heart. You know you are with me. You created me to save the world. I am your friend.
Oh, yeah, is that why you were all like, I'm gonna kill you, and I am so awesome, and all that stuff? So I guess the weird voice must be the machine. So what do we do here? Maybe we have to go this way instead or something.
Mandus, please, I am no more evil than you. We sought the same thing, to save humanity, ridding them of their painful, stupid, pointless lives. Mandus, stop. Think about what you are doing. For your children, Mandus.
Do not speak of my children, monster.
I did not kill your children, Mandus. You sacrificed them on the temple steps, knowing what the coming century would do to them. Your sons will drown, lungs full of mud and shrapnel on the banks of the Somme. You wanted to save them from the horror to come. That is the vision we shared. Everything we have built to avert this coming nightmare. You and I are one. We are the same. Our souls are entangled. We deserve to make them free.
So just have to keep going. Can't seem to crouch or anything. I guess we just have to keep going. Still keeping going. Is that the thing where we went before, where everything went all blacked out and we somehow ended up someplace? Because I remember there like being stairs that were all, chairs that were all like moving like that. So it looks like now we're getting some exposition about what happened to his kids and stuff, and so yeah, now we find out. Dang, this is a long walk. Those pig things? Oh no, those are the zombie children. Wait, no, there's a pig thing. Are they like frozen? Yeah. Maybe there's some stuff along those things that I wasn't paying attention to. Oh well, I'm not gonna go all the way back just to look. Especially when we can't seem to actually move quickly. Maybe we have to actually fall into here. Oh wow, that would have made us go way faster. Dang, wish I had done that. Okay, we're going. Another one's opening.
I have stood knee-deep in mud and bone and filled my lungs with mustard gas. I have seen 2 brothers fall. I have lain with holy wars and copulated with the autumnal fallout. I have dug trenches for the refugees. I have murdered dissidents where the ground never thaws and starved the masses into faith. A child's shadow burnt into the brickwork. A house of skulls in the jungle. The innocent Mandus trod and bled and gassed and starved and beaten and murdered and enslaved. This is your coming century. They will eat the Mandus. They will make pigs of you all, and they will bury their snouts into your ribs, and they will eat your hearts.
You You don't ever shut up, do you? Well, anyway, I mean, you know... I mean, honestly, it doesn't really matter, because we already know how stuff is gonna go. We know how the century is gonna happen, so we know that Mandus is gonna, you know, stop this thing. Although then again, it makes me wonder... Although then again, there's a question of how would the pigs have not made the paper and stuff. But, I don't know. You know what, I'm not even going to try to be making sense of this anymore.
I'm begging you. You made me. You are my creator. My father. You cannot destroy me.
Okay, this is getting weird.
For your children.
What is going on? Can't even barely do anything. I guess we're just supposed to sit here and watch. You know, I wonder if, you know, it's, you can, like, get multiple endings by refusing to press it? What the hey, we already know how history goes. So, Mandus, how are you planning to get out of there? Can we move or hang on? What's going on? Oh, I guess the camera Lakitus are just going for a big, you know, zoom shot or something.
I lay there and watched the god I had created die. At the end, when we were cold as the stone we had hewn his body from, when the lights were nearly all extinguished, we heard, in the silent distance, the man-pigs singing to one another.
Huh?
Then, as the last lights were gone, and we lay together in the deep, they drifted away, and all was silent. Such a silence I have never known. And as the dust settled on my open eyes, and we lay together embraced forever, I heard, miles above us, the sounds of the city turning over in its sleep.
How do you hear that miles above you?
A church bell ringing out. And in that moment, the new century was born.
Still going for the zoom out, I see. Oh, are those the zombie kids? You know, I'm still a little confused about whether they were actually around or all just a hallucination, or... So, was that the end? Well, that was Amnesia Machine for Pigs. Now, I'm dubbing all of this in after I've looked through me playing through this again. This is after I've already edited all of the things. So, to give myself, a better perspective of watching myself play through it a second time. Anyway, my thoughts on the game. Well, you probably don't care that much now because it took me so long to get all this stuff up that by now everyone's already given their thoughts like 6 to 9 months ago. But I thought the first one was better. Its emphasis on hiding from the monsters rather than just running from them, I felt that made it much more scary. Now, to be fair, I actually was pretty scared by this game for the first half or so. But once the big revelation that the machine was manipulating you, once that happened, I felt it started to get a lot less scary, I guess. I think it just kind of felt like the game was really leading to something, and you were kind of disappointed by what it led to. And again, maybe it's just me, but the fact that this obviously couldn't happen in actual history, because someone would have written down the whole, hey, these pigs are attacking people in the city of London, would have made into the history books. But, other than that, I think it's okay. It's just not as good as the original. A few other issues I had, I felt some of the early pig encounters, the visual ones, I just completely missed them because I wasn't looking in the right area at the time, and if I'd seen those earlier, I might have been even more creeped out. I wish they had been a little more mandatory to see, I guess. Also, I feel some of the backstory was kind of confusingly given. There's just some questions I have, like, what was the purpose of, how was any of this supposed to possibly make the world better? Like, how would the pigs attacking people fix anything? It supposedly was, but how? Without that information, even the attempted sort of dilemma it was bringing up of whether it was right to do that or not is completely worthless. One thing that bugged me a little was earlier on there's a sort of poem you encounter, and I thought, oh, this is all cryptically telling things that will happen in the future, but it won't make sense until then. It still doesn't make sense, so why was it there? Anyway, I guess that's mostly it. It's decent, it's just not as good as the original, unfortunately. So, I guess it's time to get back into character. Well, that was an epic quest, alright. We went and we saw those pigs, and we beat those pigs. Somehow, I'm not really sure how, but we did it. Anyway, I guess now that we're done with this, we're off to another epic quest. All I ask is this, for love of all things, please don't let it be all spooky and scary, and let us have a way to actually fight back against the monsters. Because this is getting a bit ridiculous, man. Well, anyway, see you next time, and remember that if you're ever going to say, and remember, be sure to have something to say after it so you don't end up sounding goofy like I just did.